the Workforce Connections podcast, where we discuss workforce development in Southern Nevada. Here's your host.
Hi, welcome to another episode of the WC podcast. My name is Robbie DeBuff. I'm a project coordinator here at Workforce Connections, and today we're going to do things a little differently. It's just going to be a conversation between me and my partner, Malik Williams.
Hi, Robbie.
Hi.
I am Malik M.L. Williams. I am also a project coordinator here at Workforce Connections, and I am very happy to be sitting here talking with you today as we do.
I mean, I know, it's just a little bit more formal. It's on a mic and it's being filmed instead of, shouting over the wall and talking to
across
you
the
like this. So let's start out with how we met. Let's start out with your first week at WC.
Yes, my first week, summer 2021. I walked in the door excited to be starting the new job, and Irene said, "Welcome, and go find Robbie. You got to plan a job fair for thousands of people." Okay. And that was the first thing. I came to find you, and you were like, "Yeah, let's roll. Let's do this. We got a job fair."
My first job fair, your first job fair. We were on it. I mean, and we were on a tight timeline. It was 4 weeks to plan a job fair. We had over 5,100 pre-registered for this job fair. Yeah. About 5,000 people showed up on the day of. It was extraordinary. It was the first in-person job fair after the pandemic. We were just on fire, but it was crazy how much work it was. And neither one of us were pros. Yeah. Both of us novices.
Yeah, we were doing, as Irene Bustamante-Adams, our deputy director, says, we were building the plane as we were flying it.
And oh my goodness, I would much rather have a full plane before I fly than building it as we go.
But it was good. We learned a lot. The Commissioner Gibson and Commissioner Sagerbloom hosted that. It was a great experience, and we've done a lot since then. We've done several other ones.
We have.
Since then.
And, most notably, April 15th, 2022.
Yes. The repeat.
The repeats. Blew it out of the water with about 7,000 people show up that day for that job fair. Just an extraordinary event. As a matter of fact, that event, we had nearly every major casino system have it on their billboards, their electronic billboards. I mean, everywhere we looked, driving around town, we saw spring job fair. Yeah. It was crazy. It was just a lot of work, but very, very hopeful.
Yes. A lot of people came out. I think we were concerned too. We weren't sure a year later or almost a year later how many people were still going to be out there, how many people were going to be looking for employment, and with over 100 employers coming, looking for people to fill those slots, we didn't know how it was going to go, and it exceeded expectations and actually beat the record that we set the first time. So that was pretty amazing.
Yeah. So let's kind of talk about where we're going with job fairs.
Yes. So we've had these huge job fairs, and some people may know that we're now working on what's known as industry sector partnerships, where we are really focusing on working with employers in specific in-demand industries here in Southern Nevada. One of the things that we're doing is working on industry-specific job fairs to help those specific industry sectors. And so we're looking now at doing something for manufacturing, for healthcare, so that those employers can really connect with the people that are looking for careers in their specific fields.
And let's be real, we're looking at not numbers now. We're looking at quality, and we're looking at really connecting those employers to those job seekers and really being thoughtful about which job seekers come. And just making sure that, it's definitely a more boutique kind of intimate feel, and just it'll be really nice for the manufacturers. Hopefully that's the first one. I mean, I think that's the one we're targeting first. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking about this stuff that we did when we first met, but we didn't talk about how we got here in the first place. So let's rewind a little bit. For you, I know you're a librarian. You've worked in multiple library systems. How did you get from there to here?
Well, I've been a librarian since 2007 by degree. And I've worked in public libraries and in state libraries. And when I was at the state library was when the WIOA law first passed in 2015. And my state librarian, WIOA, Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act, for anyone who didn't know. And my state librarian called me in that day and she's like, Robbie, did you see what bill just passed today? And I said, no. I'm too busy doing other things. I don't got time to watch the feds. And she goes, no, you have to look at this. In the second paragraph, it calls specifically out public libraries. And I go, okay. What does that mean? She goes, we need to figure it out. And really, while I didn't figure it out in the state library, the first public library I went back to after my stint in state libraries was the Clark County Library, which had a one-stop in it. And then the next one had a one-stop in it. So librarians have done workforce development for a very long time, so it's a pretty natural fit to kind of really target the libraries, but librarians have a feel for that service, that kind of customer service and that kind of delivery of those basic career services. So it was a pretty natural fit for me. Talk about you, because you came from CSN, and I think you were doing a little bit of workforce development, right?
A little bit. I was in the Division of Workforce and Economic Development at College of Southern Nevada, so DWED as we called it. I did a few different things while I was there. I worked in the assessment center. I worked as the continuing education coordinator there. One of the things that I got involved with while I was at CSN was the work-ready communities, because doing assessments and doing a work keys assessment for people there, I naturally got involved in the ACT work-ready communities, and that's kind of how I met some of the folks here as the Work-Ready Communities Initiative got started here in Southern Nevada, and Workforce Connections was leading it. And so I was coming to meetings and meeting people. And so when an opportunity to come here and actually work here opened up, I kind of jumped at it. I figured, I know half the people that work over there anyway. It'll be a natural fit, so it'll be great.
Absolutely. So now you've opened the can. Big old can of worms that is Work-Ready Communities. Let's break it out.
Yes.
Talk about it.
Work-Ready Communities. Well, a lot of people know ACT does the college readiness assessment. People take their ACT test in, is it 11th, 12th grade when they're getting ready to go to college. But ACT also has a work readiness assessment called Work Keys that measures foundational work readiness skills. And the Work-Ready Communities is just a whole system set up around that Work Keys assessment and using it to align job seekers with employers. It helps employers know when they have a job that needs specific skills or has a need for someone with very specific foundational skills so that they can be trained in that job. They can use the Work Keys and the National Career Readiness Certificate to help identify those people that are potentially a good fit for those roles. And here in Southern Nevada, Clark County is the largest ACT certified work-ready community in the country. So we're really proud of that distinction.
Absolutely. And some of our employers support us in many different ways. And one of those ways is through job profiling. And both you and I are job profilers.
Wait. Now you opened up that can of worms. So why don't you talk a little bit about what is job profiling? What does that mean?
Got to explain that a little bit, don't we? Got to unpack that. So job profiling is working with an employer to take a position and break it down into the basic tasks of that position. You're not going to get all the tasks, but most of the tasks. And then taking those tasks and assigning them or associating them with a particular skill, and then assessing the level of that skill that's needed for that task at entry and then at success for that individual, that job seeker. And then it's relating that back to that NCRC, that Work Keys assessment, and really just determining, do you need, Work Keys is tested at a bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Do you need a platinum to be a customer service rep? Probably not. Do you need a bronze can you have a bronze and be an HVAC tech? Probably not. We need some basic skills building. So, the employers that are part of the Work-Ready communities can participate in these job profiles, and that also helps support that Work-Ready communities effort.
And we have several people throughout our workforce system who are certified as job profilers, and all the services at no cost to employers for any employers who might be interested, right?
Absolutely. Any of you out there?
And
let us know.
We're also expanding, though. We talked about Clark County being the largest work-ready community, the largest certified county in the country.
Yeah.
But we're going beyond Clark County now. So why don't you talk a little bit about that? Where else are we going?
We are going to the rurals. So we've really been working for some time with Lincoln, Nye, and Esmeralda, which is part of our local workforce development area. But we've also expanded out into the rest of the state with Washoe and several other counties up north. Just really want to highlight Washoe. Go librarians up in Washoe that are really leading the charge with the Washoe Public Library System. With Scott and Joan, their leadership up there has really just pushed this effort and really made it their own, and really are supporting the workforce efforts for the Nevada Works, which is the local workforce development board up in the northern part of the state.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been amazing because there has to be an entity that's willing to sort of take the lead and get things started and spearhead things when the initiative first kicks off. And in Washoe, it was the library system that said, yeah, we'll do it. We'll get this going. So that was amazing.
Again, library supporting job seekers.
Library supporting. And that's part of what you do, though, is work with libraries. And people probably don't know that libraries really are formally a part of the workforce system. So what else do you do in terms of bringing libraries and other partners into the system?
Absolutely. My primary role at Workforce Connections is system integration. So I'm always looking for opportunities to connect partners more meaningfully, to make sure that they understand the roles and services that each other provide. They understand how to access that, as well as really looking for where we need to be, where we are, and how we need to, further integrate in where we are. So we have a lot of locations in libraries. How are we more impactful to those customers that come into libraries every day? So we do, of course, our monthly partner meetings where we're reaching out to our core partners and bringing them in, hearing their points of view, having them help us make the decisions. We don't, as Workforce Connections, make this decisions for the whole system. We really want that engagement from our partners. And we also do system trainings bi-monthly to help frontline staff with their skill level and their knowledge of the system. And then really we're excited this year we're going to bring back our summit. We haven't had one since 2019, go post-pandemic.
In a minute, yeah.
So we're really excited to have a summit again and just get people engaged and meeting face to face. You and I work face to face and we have a really great relationship, but if you're only on the phone with each other, gosh, that's tough sometimes.
Right. And I'm looking forward to it because I've never had a chance to attend one of the summits, so I'm looking forward to participating.
Super exciting. The last one I went to was in 2019, which was the last one. I thought it was fantastic. Talk a little bit about how you support system integration, because you really do as well, but it's more focused on a particular service.
Yes. So whereas you're looking at the whole system and working with all our partners, I work with our partners a little differently, specifically looking at business engagement and employer services. And so what I do is work with our partners through our Employee NV business hubs. And one of our biggest partners there is the Department of Employment, Training, and Rehabilitation. It's a state department, DETR, as we call them. Mm-hmm. They are really, really engaged with us and the Title I. There's so many titles under the WIOA Act.
Lots of titles.
There's lots of titles, but we have Title I providers that work through the hubs. There are Title III providers work through the hubs. We engage folks from the welfare, from the small business development centers, all through these business hubs, to provide services to employers to help, as our mission says, connect employers to a ready workforce. And so another thing we do is we really just, like you said, get that face time. We have monthly meetings with all the business-facing staff throughout our workforce system from a bunch of different agencies and organizations, just so they get a chance to get together, share stories, share best practices, help each other work through challenges, and really just get a chance to get to know each other so that as things come up, as we're looking at doing referrals, as we're looking at collaborating and really focusing on creating an integrated business services system here in Southern Nevada, the people know each other and we'll be more willing to pick up that phone and call each other. And if an employer comes to one partner, they know they're getting connected to the whole system, not that they have to go from place to place to place to place to get a different piece of a service here and a piece of a service there. So that's the goal.
Yeah, it really is interesting. We're all focused on connections here, whether it's connecting job seekers to employers or whether it's connecting our partners to each other or whether it's just connecting each other to each other so that we really understand and can really help our clients. Is there anything we missed that we haven't chatted about?
I don't think so.
I mean,
think
I'm
that's
sure that
pretty
there
much
is, but I
everything.
don't know that anyone wants to know about keys or access or anything like that.
Right, we won't get into too many details.
Yeah,
so.
that would be too much, right? Yeah. All right. Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us for the WC podcast. Until next time, bye.
All right, now we're here for the Against the Wall bonus segment with Miss Robbie and Mr. Malik.
Do we win prizes?
No, you do not.
Okay.
All right, so the first segment we have is your favorite book.
Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri.
Paradise by Toni Morrison.
Your favorite movie.
Silence of the Lambs.
Kama Sutra, A Tale of Love.
Awesome. Two totally extremes. Your favorite city to visit.
Oh, man. San Francisco.
Salvador de Bahia in Brazil.
Okay.
Nice.
Two total opposites. Love it. Your favorite food.
Buffalo wings.
Anything Thai.
Your favorite artist or musical group.
Oh, wow. Holy crap. Wow. I have no idea.
Who's on your playlist recently that you just have on repeat?
Sia.
I got nothing. I listened to too many different things. I got no favorite.
I know.
Okay. Podcast, maybe?
WC Podcast.
Love it. Right answer.
Ding, ding, ding.
Cautionary Tales by Tim Harford. That's my favorite podcast.
Love it. Your favorite holiday.
Halloween.
Don't do holidays.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Favorite sports team.
Raiders.
I don't follow sports at all. At all.
Detroit Lions? You are from
At
the D.
all.
You are from
At
the
all.
D. No.
Nothing. I got nothing.
Okay. Well, thank you both. We just finished the first segment, and now we're on to the next, called Tough Choices.
Oh, no.
Would you rather vacation in the U.S. or abroad?
I've never been abroad, so I have to say U.S.
Abroad, definitely. That's surprising. Okay.
Awesome.
I know. I got to get there.
Play sports or watch sports?
Watch.
Watch, I guess.
Although you don't like them, so who the hell knows?
Red wine or white wine?
Red wine.
Vino tinto.
Sleep in or have a hearty breakfast?
Sleep in.
Sleep in and then have a hearty breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Brunch. That's called brunch. Can we have mimosas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, brunch.
Awesome.
Awesome. Owe money or owe a favor?
Oh, a favor. I like owing favors.
Oh, money.
No doubt. Justice or grace?
Justice.
Grace.
Awesome. Actions or words?
Actions. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, thank you both. Now we're into the final segment called Finish the Sentence.
Oh, no.
If you could live anywhere, it would be?
Maui.
Brazil.
Your favorite thing about your job is?
The people.
Yeah, getting to meet a lot of people.
If you could travel back in time, you would travel to?
The colonial and frontier period of the United States.
My first day of high school and do it all over again.
Oh!
Okay. The best part of living in Southern Nevada is?
Red Rock and Mount Charleston.
Yes. The outdoor open spaces. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I think you guys had your first agreements on something.
I know. Whoa.
All right. 3 words that describe you are?
Compassionate, authentic, and loyal.
Multifaceted, intelligent, and nerdy.
I like the nerdy one. I agree
that's
with.
so true,
That's
right?
another thing we agree on.
I love it. And then the final sentence. Doing the WC podcast today was?
It was a lot of fun because I was with my partner.
It was a blast. I got to hang out with Robbie again.
Awesome. Well, thank you both.
Thank you.
Thanks.